US State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce affirmed the Trump administration stance on Iran's nuclear ambitions, stating that Iran cannot be allowed to possess a nuclear weapon. She emphasized that President Trump has consistently maintained this position since taking office, reiterating the administration's commitment to national security and global stability. Bruce also highlighted the creation of the Middle East Task Force, which aims to coordinate support for US citizens, diplomatic missions, and personnel in the region. She noted that the State Department has issued more than 30 security alerts to keep US citizens informed amid escalating tensions between Iran and Israel. The administration continues to monitor the situation closely, prioritizing the safety and security of American citizens.
For generations, the Middle East has been dealing with the world's largest state sponsor of terrorism, with the attack on Israel on October 7th by Hamas, reminding us of what's at stake. Due to the wisdom of the American people, President Trump's election to a second term has offered the world a chance to see an American leader committed to solving many of the world's existential threats with determination. Now, as the conflict between Israel and Iran continues, President Trump has also been clear that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has also stated that fact, as he has traveled the world working to implement President Trump's vision of peace and security. That statement has also been uttered from this podium many times. The fact that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon is clear. As the White House reminds us, since taking office, President Trump has clearly stated no fewer than a dozen times that Iran cannot be allowed to have a nuclear weapon, for anyone who's unclear on that fact. President Trump has made the same pledge no fewer than 40 times before taking office, even as far back as 2011. One of the highest priorities of the Trump administration is the safety and security of the American people. To that end, the Department of State has established the Middle East Task Force to help coordinate support for U.S. citizens, our U.S. diplomatic missions, and personnel and diplomatic engagement. The task force is operating 24 hours a day. Over the past week, to help keep U.S. citizens informed, we have issued more than 30 security alerts to countries in the region and updated the travel advisories for Iraq and Israel. We remind U.S. citizens not to travel to Israel or Iraq and not to travel to Iran under any circumstances. We continue